Sandy Springs FC is an amateur soccer club that relies on donations and support from the local business community to survive. One way you can support us is by using our new online video on demand service. This new fundraising campaign provides you a look at our club in detail through match highlights, player and staff interviews, and other special features not available anywhere else. Give our modest subscription plans a try with the knowledge that you will directly help your soccer club to exist and progress. On behalf of Sandy Springs FC, I'd like to thank you for your kind consideration and support of our soccer club.
Sandy Springs FC has had a dream start to the season, sitting on maximum points in defense of the previous season's league title. The new acquisitions to the club seem to have made a positive difference, and going into Week 5 against Nuesoft III, there was every reason to expect that the fine performances would continue. Though undefeated and no draws, Sandy Springs were amazingly still in second place only by goal difference to MOBA Upper 90, so this result against Nuesoft III would be vital to keep the pressure on MOBA going into the latter part of the year before the mid-season break. Nuesoft, on the other hand, were languishing in the bottom of the table with only a single point and looking at a very difficult season as the competition continues. No relegation this year due to the realignment of the league, so seemingly not as much to play for if results do not improve for them going forward. A great day for football as the two teams kicked off, but Nuesoft wasn't about to follow the script that Sandy Springs laid out for them. Nuesoft were first on the attack, and the early pressure paid off in the form of a rather unorthodox score for Nuesoft when the Sandy Springs defense comically bundled the ball into their own net. It was a rather inauspicious way to give up the first goal of the season from open play for Sandy Springs, but complacency may have played a factor in giving up that goal from the Sandy Springs point of view. A replay shows that the Sandy Springs keeper Sergio Cavillo and center back Mohammed didn't seem to quite be on the same wavelength as Cavillo bizarrely went to ground as Mohammed knocked the back pass to the goal mouth. From there, the mad scramble could only trail the ball as it drifted slowly into the back of the net for the shock 1-0 lead to Nuesoft. After that disaster from Sandy Springs, the tide did start to turn a bit. On this occasion, new kid DeAndre Harrison gets a half chance on a quick counter midway through the first half. Moments later, the scores would be level when Santi Mokotsana first found the returning Gustavo Duran, who weaved in and slid a pass to a waiting Harrison for the easy tap-in. This gives Harrison a goal on his league debut and, as it turns out, an important turning point in the match. The replay shows most of the hard work was done by Duran, who attracted all the attention, leaving Harrison unmarked at the back door for the first half equalizer. Sandy Springs started to turn the screws a bit in the second half with better chances, even this one by Harrison, which was squandered when he couldn't get it past the Nuesoft keeper. But Sandy Springs would get a second just moments later, courtesy of Santi Mokotsana, who expertly dispatched the go-ahead score very early in the second half. From there, the pressure increased from Sandy Springs. Here, another new signing, Jose Vega, gets a chance from long range. But the insurance goal would come for Sandy Springs a little bit later, after a nifty move by Mokotsana, who lost his marker and put in a shot that was initially saved, but Duran was in the right place for the rebound to dispatch goal number 3 for Sandy Springs. The replay clearly shows the skill of Mokotsana, who created the chance, which, although saved, an opportunistic Duran was on hand to bury the rebound and make the game safe for Sandy Springs. Despite that score, Sandy Springs still has some gas in the tank in the form of Robel Davis, who maybe should have done better with this chance while bearing down on the Nuesoft keeper, but his shot ended weakly off the mark. At the death, Davis has another chance after controlling at midfield and taking a shot from long range, but the Nuesoft keeper again was up to the task to save the shot. The win by Sandy Springs, coupled with MOBA Upper 90's loss to Atlanta Juniors 2, propels Sandy Springs to top spot for the first time this season. Nuesoft's situation remains unchanged, somewhat helped by the fact that the league has abolished relegation from Division II, so that with the league out of sight now for them and also eliminated from the Parent Cup competition, Nuesoft will be playing largely for pride unless fortunes change greatly for them and for the many teams ahead of them in the league table. Next up for Sandy Springs FC is a very tough matchup with Atlanta Juniors 2, who just defeated the league leaders MOBA Upper 90 by the amazing score of 7-3. This will be one of the marquee matchups of the weekend, played at Maynard Jackson High School in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you for another match recap next week.